or not really the new, first place YCS Milan Prank-Kids deck list that is, well, they just took YCS Milan, which is kind of quite a shock actually, because I really expected Sky Strikers to take this this event, but lo and behold, here we are with Prank-Kids at #1 spot, and not even Thunder Dragon Prank-Kids, which I think would have been the more powerful version of the deck, but I guess people are not playing that right now. Also worthy of mention is that YCS Milan had a lot of Thunder Dragon players show up too, so perhaps YCS Milan is just a product of what the meta might actually become, where it's mainly just Prank-Kids and Thunder Dragons, because Thunder Dragons probably just cripple Sky Strikers enough to where they can't play. But anyway, let's just jump right into the deck profile before I go on a tangent about Thunder Dragons and things that aren't really relevant to the deck list here. So let's just jump right into it. So we have 3 Rock Boy, we have 3 Rocksies, 3 Lampsies, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Dropsies, and 1 Fansies. The Dropsies are here because you can make link 2s with these, or not link 2s, you can make rank 2s with these, like Toadally Awesome, which you are playing in this deck, and they all have their own special interesting effects. This card lets them gain 1,000 attack. This one lets them send a Prank-Kids card from the deck to the graveyard. This one lets them special summon a Prank-Kids monster from the hand or deck in defense position. And this one allows them to burn for 500 points of damage, which probably can come really clutch in time matches when the game is, or when the matches are just about to wrap up and the judge calls time and it's your turn. You just link summon or fusion summon this card away, and then you just immediately burn for 500 points of damage. So there are ways to beat your opponent in time with this deck. Next up, we are moving on to the spells. He's playing 24 spells, so let's jump right into it. So we're playing 3 Instant Fusion, 3 Polymerization, 3 Pot of Duality, 2 Terraforming, 2 Invocation, 3 Call by the Grave, 3 Prank-Kids Pandemonium, 2 Prank-Kids Prank, and 3 Prank-Kids Place. Prank-Kids Place is really interesting. It's actually one of the better cards because it lets them add a Prank-Kids monster from their deck as a searcher. On top of that, they gain some amount of attack for Prank-Kids stuff. It's a really good card. It's currently $20 as of making this video, but yeah, it's really cool. Prank-Kids Pandemonium is the fusion spell for this deck. It's not named fusion, so it's not necessarily searchable through means of like Orpho Scorpio, so I'm pretty sure that if it was, that would probably be in this arsenal of cards. For consistency purposes, but it is not here because of that reason. Invocation is here despite the fact that you see no invoked monsters or Alistair in your deck, because it's simply just a fusion monster, or it's basically 2 more polymerizations. You probably could do something with invoked in the future with this deck, but I think for right now, this is just simply there for pure fusion summoning shenanigans. You only use this once, and then it's kind of an interesting tech card, I think. You're playing the 3 Polymerization, 3 Instant Fusion because 2 of your cards are easy Instant Fusion targets. They're level 5, and this card lets you do your general Prank-Kids stuff. So there's nothing more to say about that. And the 2 traps that he's playing are Prank-Kids Plan, which is kind of like a link summon for on your opponent's turn. It's pretty good. You play 2 of it in this deck, I guess, because of the fact that it immediately lets you link summon. So it's pretty interesting. On to the extra deck. We have 1 Knightmare Phoenix, 1 Bow Wow Bark, 3 Dodo-Doodle-Doo, interesting names, 1 Borrelsword, 1 Rip-Roaring-Roaster, 1 Borreload Dragon, 1 Toadally Awesome, 2 Weather Washer, 3 Rocket Ride, and 1 Battle Butler. This card isn't going to be made that much because it requires 3 of the Prank-Kid monsters. It does have an interesting effect where it destroys everything and is a quick effect by tributing this card. So if you just need the obligatory disruption, you can actually do that. I think this one also does the same thing for spells, spell and trap cards. So if that's also a thing that you're wanting to do, that's an option. These cards are the fusions are what you're really going to be relying on mostly. Weather lets you prevents your opponent from dealing damage or the activating cards effects when Prank-Kids monster attacks. So you just activate this card for free on instant fusion. Sure, this card can't attack, but it makes your other fusion monsters or your other link monsters be able to just go off without a hitch and not be disrupted. It has a quick effect where if you tribute it, you can target 2 Prank-Kids with different names, and then special summoning them, which is pretty cool. So ideally, if you just instant fusion this, you just get free 2 monsters that are link fodder for you, so it's pretty good. Rocket is the better one. It makes a monster, if it's fusion summoned, you could have it lose 1,000 attack to attack directly, but if you're instant fusion this card, it's not that important. So then you contribute the 2 Prank-Kids to special summon them again. The reason why I think you play this one at 3 is because of the fact that it can attack directly for some time damage, but it really can go either way. They really both do the same thing relatively, and they're both here for the same reason. Doodle here is really cool because you contribute it to do again to special summon a Prank-Kid monster, or you could target 2 Prank-Kids link monster or non-link monsters and add them to your hand. Also, if it's link summon, you get to add a Prank-Kid spell or trap card from your deck to your hand, so it's pretty good for that searching. It lets you get to your field spell faster and your Prank-Kid's fusion monster or fusion spell, excuse me. And Bow Wow is not the best one here, but he is alright. Prank-Kids monsters like points 2 gains 1,000 attack, so if these 2 are co-linked, this one will be a 3,000 attack monster, but that's not terribly relevant. And then you contribute this card to target 2 Prank-Kids cards with different names, and then add them to your hand also. The only reason why you play this card because it doesn't. One is because it doesn't actually do anything. You'd much rather have other cards like this card or Phoenix or anything like that. So on to the side deck. It's actually kind of an interesting side deck. So 3 evenly matched, 3 Infinite Impermanence. You're playing the PSY-Frame package in the side deck, 3 Gamma, 1 Driver, 3 Denko Sekka, and 2 Prankatops. Prankatops is obviously here because it's actually a really good card. It was highly underrated in the Konami rarity scale in Soul Fusion, so definitely interesting. Denko Sekka is obviously a very good card, and Gamma is self-explanatory. So yeah, I will have the deck list in the description if you guys want to check it out, if you guys want to tinker with it as well. I'm going to be working on a way for you to easily download YDK files for YGO Pro or Dev Pro or whatever you're using for the scenario. So yeah, but anyway guys, if you did enjoy, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. I will see you guys in the next video. This has been Just Throwing Lines, signing out.